Hear ye, here comes the judge. It is the Yogi Judge, Judge Dawson, with another podcast to bring enlightenment to your mind, body, and soul. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that I am a judge. It's been over 15 years and over 25 years in the legal business. And because of that, I have gained insight into how people derail their future hopes and dreams by the things they do and say in the moment. So I bring these podcasts to you just as bits of information so that we can grow together. And you know I don't keep you long. It's the hit it and quit it so that you can get the knowledge, share the knowledge, and continue to grow. All right, so here's my message for you today. The quote that I sent out to my team is this. And when I say team, I mean my family. I sent out a quote that said, discipline is boring until discipline feels freeing, as in freedom. And discipline will lead to freedom. So let me tell you this before I even go into that. You know, I had a very interesting day the other day. I crashed out, ladies and gentlemen. I just could not figure out why I was stressed, why I had so much anxiety, and what I define it as a cycle load. See, some of you know me as the cycle breaker, right? That's a movement that I have in the court where we are tooled with the ability to help people break cycles in their life, in their family, in their community, right? Ending negative cycles. So with that being said, I have a new definition of stress that has accumulated over the years of our lives, and that is called your individual cycle load. So yesterday I was dealing with that. My cycle load had just gotten so high that I just couldn't calm down. And I wanted to realize that, hey, just like I said here, the discipline. I had to instill some discipline because I knew that in the state that I was in, I could ruin some situations, right? Especially being a judge. I could have used my power to harm someone with a fine or with jail time, or I could have yelled at my staff. I could have done all types of things because I was crashing out at the time. But ladies and gentlemen, that's where discipline comes in. I had to remove myself from my current environment so that I could guard my energy and make sure that I was not going to spill all this negativity that was brewing up inside of me, because, hey, we all have it from time to time. I did not want to spill it over on other people. Now, it depends on your situation. If you are a parent, a spouse, if you own a business, and many other situations, you're going to spill it no matter what, right? Because somebody is relying on you every moment of the day. So even though I was able to remove myself from my environment, I still spilled a little bit on my staff because I wasn't there. So the moral of the story today is this. Discipline will lead to freedom. And I gave you that story because when we think of discipline, we're thinking, oh, I got to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and go work out, or get up and do yoga with Judge Dawson on YouTube or in person. That's discipline. Well, that's one form of discipline. But what we often forget to talk about is the discipline of our minds, to make sure that we are not saying things to ourselves that will destroy our momentum, or that we're not thinking thoughts that will lead us in directions that will be a dead end. Because remember, the things we think and say to ourselves actually become reality in one way or the other. Either we manifest it in our lives, or we say it to someone and derail the situation or future with them. So keep in mind, even though we're not talking about physicality right now, we're talking about mentality. Your discipline may be boring until it becomes free. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was my moment with you today. Remember, I don't hold you long. I just give you the information that's on my mind, on my heart, and in my wisdom bank account so that we can all grow together. So if there's something about this podcast that you like or that you think someone else can use, share it with them. Like the podcast, join the community. Hey, you can go to my website, judgedawson.com, where you can sign up for my free email, or you can join the community that I have there, because I'm just trying to use every moment that I have to let us grow. So let's grow together. And until I see you next time, namaste and be the best you can be.